Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. We've got the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. Now Athens with it. Their last win put them into double digits with 10 in a row. Wow, quite a stretch.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Here's Lloyd. Athens getting their last shot to go. Randolph passes to Lloyd. Puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Athens. Here's Lucas. His three-pointers off the mark. We're about 1 minute into the first, and it's Ford missing. Now, here's Yurtseven. Hernan Gomez in the corner. From downtown, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And that one's good, Lloyd.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
There's Lucas. No good on the triple. Pass to Lloyd. Back to Randolph. Sinks the triple. Randolph's got 6.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
To the inside, Yurtseven finds Hernan Gomez. Back to Randolph. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Athens. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the visitors. 3-point lead. And there's the drive. Lucas passes to Yurtseven. 6 to shoot. A three-pointer is right on target.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Pulls from the top of the key. Left side, Randolph. Pass to Lloyd. Takes a 3. Adds in. Coming off an assist from Randolph. Lloyd's got his second basket of the night. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Count that one.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Jokibitis. Hernan Gomez covering. Here's Lloyd. He has 5. Pass to Horde. To the wing on the left. Puts up a deep 3. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Osman the pass to Yurtseven. And here is Hernan Gomez. Beyond the arc. Randolph grabs the board.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Lloyd. Hernan Gomez covering. Lloyd the pass to Hoard. Fires for three. It's hauled in by Athens.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
Pass to Yurtsevin. Here's Osman. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Leading. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be. See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
There's the triple. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And for Athens. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul. First team
And you
foul.
don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Athens shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. He hits both from the stripe.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Defended by none. Good on the triple.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Poke loose. And they're moving it up.
Athens foul call. First personal foul. First team foul.
Defended by none. Picked away.
Not a problem. First turnover of the game, but overall, I like how they're taking care of the basketball.
Yes, that goes in.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. That shot misses. Now Athens with it. Out to the wing. Pass to Brown. Launches it. Gabriel with the rebound.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Down low. And now Athens on the break. Finished off the break. And Athens leads by one.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Cohen. It's hauled in by Athens.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
There's none. No good with the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Over to the left wing. Just 5 on the clock.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Defended by none. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Stolen away. Here's Gabriel. And no good that time. And here is Athens now. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Papa Petro. Athens moving the ball around. can't get it to fall.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. That shot is off. And here's the fast break, trying to end the drought. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. And here is Athens now to the paint. Pass to Gabriel. A beautiful reverse layup. 5 points in the game. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Second chance effort. And he lays it up and in.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
They set the pick. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
From deep 3-point land. The shot, no good. It's stolen by Brown. The alley-oop, and that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Up by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh man, it's a hot dog. Cheese, it's right there in the name. Well, you know, I love what they're doing, being patient on offense, getting high percentage looks, keep feeding the beast.
Yeah, some of it's approach.
Thanks for spending half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've got Yurtsevin, and it's Osman in at the 4 spot. Slukas wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Puts up a deep 3, and it's Osman with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
He's covered by Randolph, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Athens shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That one is off.
2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Here's Horde. Misses off the right iron.
And his shot just hasn't been there in this one. Luckily, his team has been able to make up the difference.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Offensive rebound. Yurtsevin finds Hernan Gomez. Intercepted. Out in his own on the break. Yurtsevin with the bucket. Now it's a 4-point Athens lead.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Ward buries it from 3-point range.
All right, they got one on the board in the second half. Now you want to see more shots start to drop.
Puts up a deep three. Out left to the wing. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Lets the three fly. No good on that one. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Milwaukee. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. No good that time.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Here's Lucas. Here's Yurtsevin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. Second
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. First one falls for him. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Jokic, he's defended by Yurtsevin. Here's Randolph. Hands it from downtown. Randolph's got 9. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Pass to Osman. Hernan Gomez with the ball. 5 on the clock. Athens needs to get a shot off. Yurtsevin kicks to Osman. And the 3 off target.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Yurtsevin. Misses in close. Pass to Horde. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Horde's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Lucas passes to Hernan Gomez. The 3. Offensive rebound. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Second personal foul. Third
On Friday, then on Sunday.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
And he makes both free throws. 52 seconds left to play in the third. Left side, Randolph. Spins. Releases. That one wide left.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Pass to Yurtsevin. 23 seconds left in the third. Going inside. Count the basket. He's got 7.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Now Randolph. Out to the right wing. And we just finished the third quarter as we've got a tight ball game here. Athens ahead, leading by a point. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. We've got Yurtsevin and Lucas in at the point.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Substitution.
Here's Nunn. He takes it in. Banked in off the glass. And Athens leads by 3.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Pass to Gabriel. Here's the 3. No good there. Now Athens with it. Out to the right wing. Brown feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. Athens moving the ball around. It's tipped. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Oh, they get it back. They get a hand on it.
Who's watching it?
It's hauled in by Athens.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Driving inside. They get it again. Off of Petro. That's tipped. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Pass to Gabriel. Out to the wing to tie it up. Nunn grabs the board.
And after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
Yeah, that could be deflating. They have to lock back in.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Brown inside the line. Athens with another miss.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Now, here's Nunn. He's guarded closely. Count that one. And Athens leads by 1.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Defended by Nunn. They set the pick. Here he goes. Here's Gabriel. It's hauled in by Brown. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Athens. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Over to the wing. Here's Nunn. Connects from three-point range. And it's a 4-point Athens lead.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
No good on the shot. Fast break. Here they come. On the wing, Brown. 1:22 left to play in the final quarter. Those 3-pointers off the mark. He's covered by Brown. He gets that one.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Nunn. Defense right on him.
Second team foul. Coming on with the floor for the away team. Number 3.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. It's up a 3. It doesn't go for him. Pass to Gabriel. Yes! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Out of bounds. Athens takes possession.
Coming on the floor for the away team. Number 1, James Ford.
Regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here's Horde. To take the lead. It's hauled in by Athens. Brown outside. Oh, good on the triple. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Pass to Horde. Shot clock at 5. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. It's tipped. Tries to keep it alive. To the middle. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And Athens leads by 2.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And there it is for him.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
And here is Athens now. Now, Nunn. Inside. Gabriel with the rebound. Gabriel's got his 6th rebound on the night. And for Athens, out of bounds, Athens takes possession.
Oh, come on. You cannot let that happen in this situation.
We're in overtime and 90 seconds gone here in what has been a great one so far. There's Brown with the 3. Gabriel with the rebound. Gabriel's got 7 rebounds in the game. To the wing on the left. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Lays it up off the glass. Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
Stolen. To the inside. No good with the layup. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Pass to Nunn. Lock at 6. Good.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
When they foul intentionally, they're going to have to do that now. Again and again, they're not in the penalty yet.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And an intentional foul right there.
Away team foul. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
It's deflected. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Turning here to our analysts, what factors Panthers guys come to your mind?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
So Athens wins it, and they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things.
We are set to get you over the hump this Wednesday night with another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Brazdeikis. 4 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. Smilagic, no good. For 3, hits a three-pointer.
First bucket of the evening. Now both teams are really looking to exploit matchups here.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
Pass to Brazdeikis. Here's Smilagic. Another shot. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
Now you're at 7. It's an even 3-on-3 break. And the basket by Smilagic.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Hernan Gomez with it. Misses the layup.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Offensive rebound. To the left side wing. Second chance shot. And the basket by Smilagic. Smilagic got 6.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Jacks up a 3. Offensive board. Here's your 7. Another shot. Pass to Osman. From deep three-point land. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Here's Smilagic. And there's the screen. It's rebounded by Yurtseven. Athens trails by 3. Hernan Gomez on the wing. Back to Yurtseven. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
From about 19. Hook loose. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Smilagic. 6 points for him. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
To the paint. Here's Smilagic. Pass to Brazdeikis. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Athens. 51 seconds left in the first. Fast break. Here we go.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Athens trails by 3. Pass to Hernan Gomez. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. He's got 5. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Banked it in off the glass.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Launches it from deep. No good on the shot. Here's Brasdakis. No points so far. Misses from short range. Here at 7. Passes to Osman. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Leading by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
Here's Servidis. Drops in the 3. Servidis has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Mitchell grabs a miss. Here's Servidis. Nunn defends. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Servidis has got 5 now.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
And the 6-footer is good. And here's Wallace. Pass to Servidis. Out left to the wing. Now Wallace. There's the drive. And he buries his first look.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Pass to Nunn. Puts up a deep 3. Doesn't go. And he's 0 for 1 from the floor. In transition. Ahead. Here's Servidis. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Servidis has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Outside, Brown to the inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Knew exactly where his teammate would be. That's a product of good chemistry.
There's a screen. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Nunn. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And they'll keep possession. Goes back up. And he lays it in.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Wallace. Here's Servidis. 4-3. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
After an okay first quarter of shooting, they've really turned it up offensively. I like where they're headed right now.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And here's Brown for 3. Gets the 3-ball to go. Brown's got his first 3 points of the game.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Wallace's shot is good.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
Athens trails by 8. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Shot clock at 6. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Here's Servidis. Nunn defends. We've got 1:08 left in the second quarter. Here's the pick. With some arc. Kept alive. Pass to Servidis. Nunn defends. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. To the middle. No good with a layup.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Servetus misses. Athens trails by 6. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he comes up with a bucket. Back to Wallace. Pass to Servetus. Right at the free throw line. Count that one.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
And so we wrap up the first half, leading by 6. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hey folks, first off, looking ahead to
No matter who makes it, I know all these guys. They're ready.
the final tally of votes soon to come, but there's... And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the visiting team.
Their offense is flowing.
That does it for halftime.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. On offense, here is Athens. 6-point game from deep three-point land. Smiling each grabs the board. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
First personal foul, first team foul. Shooting for the away team.
And he makes the first.
Kaunas taking 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. On offense, here is Athens. And for Athens, from deep three-point range, Brasdeikis with the rebound.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. 6 on the shot clock. Driving inside. Soft touch off the glass. Hernan Gomez has gotten his first points in this one.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Smilagic, no good.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Osman. Still no points. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Pass to Smilagic. No good on the triple.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. There's the three. The shot won't fall.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
To the left wing. To the wing, right side. Ooh, they pick off the pass. In transition, here they come. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Osman's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Pat misses. Had a chance to tie it. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at Athens, they're on a roll right now, making their way to the #1 spot.
When I look at this visiting team, they're a whole lot happier at this point in the season than they were previously. Winning is fun.
Hey, who's watching now?
For the lead from beyond the arc and then some. Give him 8.
Just 1 for 5 this quarter. You know he wants to help his team, but not sure if shooting is the way to do it.
We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Pass to Smilagic. 6 to shoot. To win the drought. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
There's a screen. They grab their own miss. Now here's Hernan Gomez. Fires from deep. The shot, no good.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
First free throw is good.
Francisco. 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. Athens trails by 3. Takes the 3. The shot that time not on target.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
It's good.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
44 seconds left in the third. Another miss by Athens.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Brosdakis. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. They need this. And he sinks the layup.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Up by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Pass to Servetus. Three-pointer off the mark. Athens trails by 6. Hernan Gomez on the wing. Checked by Mitchell. Watched by Wallace. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen. And here they come. And he lays it in on the break.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
I think this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
And Athens calls time here. And some changes here for Athens. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. The head coach for Athens had some instructions for his guys during the break. First and foremost, he wants to see more points on the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and do it. We'll see if they can pick up the tempo, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
It's hauled in by Athens. There's the drive.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Here's Servetus. Nunn defends. Here's Servetus. 6 on the shot clock. He was all alone on that one.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Inside. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Wallace, the pass to Servetus. There's the triple. Hauled in by Brown. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Athens. Trailing by 5. That one goes. Count it.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
To the wing on the left. Here's Servetus. Nunn defends. Wallace's shot is good.
Well, good vision from the inside and kicking it to the perimeter.
Wallace has gone 5 of 6 in field goal attempts tonight. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Nunn with it. Watched by Wallace. And here's Brown for 3. Doesn't go that time.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Wallace, the pass to Servetus. Back to Wallace. They set the screen. Missed inside. Athens trails by 6. Nunn, the pass to Brown. No good from outside. Wallace, right side. Here's Servetus. Three-pointer, no good.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here. What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Wallace outside. The 3-ball. Nails it from 3.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every 3 he takes now is going in.
That's tipped. And here comes the break. Here's Nunn. Oh, he nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Here's Servetus. No good on the quick 3. On offense, here is Athens. Nunn drives in. We're going the other way.
The ball goes to the away team.
This is their chance to stretch the lead, Grant.
Yeah, it's a must. They have to execute and avoid the big mistake.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, you want to continue to build the lead, so a very productive trip to the line right there.
A deep 3. The shot, no good. Now here's Wallace. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. To the middle. Here's Smilagic. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Lloyd can't hit. Pass to Smilagic. Fires the three. Doesn't go for it. Here's Lloyd. Here's Lloyd. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Maccabi goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Smilagic. Takes it off the glass.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Pass to Lloyd. The rebound by Brosdakis.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
Here's Smilagic. Five to shoot. Lets it go with the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Smilagic has got 7.
That's feel-good moment right there. 3 of 4 so far.
Pass to Hoare. Fires for 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. A special move before the shot.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Smilagic. And he uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for him.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Ford. And it's off from three-point range. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Lloyd. Driving the lane, uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Lloyd's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Here's Brosdakis. Pulls it from the elbow. Ford grabs the board. Here's Lloyd. Maccabi buries the long-range jumper.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
30 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Smilagic. Fires the three. It is not good. He's made half of his 6 attempts. Here's Lloyd. 4 seconds left. And the layup is up and in. Lloyd's got 6.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
At the end of the first, Clark, in a close game so far. And we've got more action coming your way. And this has been a fairly close game for the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
To the paint, all sorts of time. The shot is good off the backboard.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Servidis. And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Covered by Mitchell, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Johnston. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Wallace covering. For the 3. Rebound by Wallace. Here's Servidis. And he banks in the layup.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Takes it off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Wallace outside. Shoots the 3. Pass to Servidis. Six to shoot. Hits it from three-point range. Servidis has got 5.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Banked in off the glass.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Wallace. Latrey. Good on the three-point shot. Wallace has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Wallace covering. Into the lane, and that one is good. He's got 8.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Mitchell.
2 minutes.
Wallace outside. Back to Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. A minute 42 left in the first half. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Here's Wallace. Here's Servidis. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm. Pass
to Gabriel. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
There's the pick. Here's Wallace. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. 52 seconds left to play in the first half. To the left side wing. Pass to Gabriel. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Cohen. From outside, off the mark. It's a close game here in Philadelphia. Down low. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wallace goes in. To the wing right side. Here's Servetus. Good, nice job down low. Servetus has got 9. Here's Cohen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Taking 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. It's stolen. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. They're up by 2. They'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And something out of left field for you guys.
Ernie, left field, this is not baseball. This is a basketball show.
So it's like from the back.
They just hit a couple more threes, it's a different score. I think in this case, you just keep shooting them. I can see them getting hot in the second half.
And that'll do it for half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Stolen. And they're running. Pass to Smilagic. To the inside. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. 9 points in the game so far.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Lloyd the pass to Horde. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From downtown. Unable to get that one. Horde's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Pass to Smilagic. For the lead. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And he sinks the layup.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
They get it back. Outside Randolph. Pass to Horde. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Driving in, and he dunks it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Pass to Randolph. Here's Horde. Takes a 3. Sinks the triple. Horde's got 5 points so far.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Here's Smilagic. He's got 9. Ulanovas. He's covered by Randolph. Ulanovas trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Team foul. Randolph. First personal foul.
Pass to Smilagic. Driving to the basket. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
Off with the layup.
Team foul. Jokiewicz. First personal foul. First team foul.
A minute 42 left here in the third quarter. Here's the screen. Three-pointer. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Pass to Randolph. Takes it inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Here's Brazdeikis. Scoreless thus far. 54 seconds left in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Inside, Ward. Teardrop shot, misses the layup. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the third. Smilagic misses. Pass to Lloyd. Here's Horde. Lets it go from deep, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Leading by... We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Now here's Waltz, guarded closely. To tie it up. Trains it from beyond the arc. And it's all knotted up.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Count it.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Pass to Gabriel. Wallace covering. Pocket 6. Servetus grabs the miss. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Pushing it up. Good on the shot.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Wallace a screen. Zalgiris, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Gabriel. Covered by Mitchell. Here's Gabriel. Shot clock at 6. From deep. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Kicks it out to Mitchell. No good from outside. Here's Cohen, and there's the drive. Lays it up and banks it in.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Hits the three-point bomb.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the game. Shooting foul, and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated.
Second team foul.
Some of the more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Wallace, the pass to Mitchell. And the layup's good off the glass.
Assist goes to
1:16 left to play here in the 4th. And he drives in. It's good.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Now Wallace. 54 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Wallace covering. They set the pick. A three-pointer off the mark.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
And you can bet that's what they're looking for this late in the game. They need that three.
Pass to Zalgiris. Got it. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up enough.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the act. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Jokic, Wallace covering. Jokic off on the layup.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Here's Servetus going inside. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Yeah, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. And here is Wallace. To Servetus, the 3, the shot, no good. Just a tiny lead for him.
And a chance to make it a little bigger right here.
Here's Ward, sinks the 3-pointer.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Ward's gone 2 of 6 shooting from the arc, 33%. Covered by Randolph. Here's Smailagic for 3. They grab their own miss. Servetus and a missed layup. Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. He takes it in. Pass to Horde. Outside for Randolph. 6 to shoot. To the left wing. There's the pick. To the right side. Here's Horde. Off target with his 3. And here comes the break. Smailagic passes to Servetus. Pass to Wallace.
Home team foul. Number 14. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Servetus. It's up a 3. Kaunas. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Jokic. Good.
And they still have a foul to give at this point. And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
Pass to Servetus to tie it up. No good from 3-point territory. And so they get the victory here at home. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime.
Thanks, everyone, for joining 2K Sports for this Wednesday evening presentation of the NBA. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. And we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team and the starting group for Athens. Lloyd can't get it to go. Outside Nunn. Puts up a deep three. They get it again. Second chance effort, and your 7 gets it to go.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Here's Lloyd. Clock at 4. Here's Randolph. Cans it with nobody near him.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Outside Nunn. From deep. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Horde. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. The 3. It's rebounded by Yurtseven.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's Osman. Now Yurtseven. Outside Nunn. Back to Yurtseven. Tipped. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Shots good by Lloyd.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
To the paint. Deflects the pass. Here's Horde. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And the free throw, no good. Nunn, the pass to Osman. Back to Nunn. Puts up a 3, and that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Lloyd. No good with the triple. Three-pointer. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. 1:35 left in the first quarter. The 3. Drains the triple. Lloyd's got 5 points.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Down low. Yurtseven. Randolph grabs the miss.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
1:03 left to play in the first. And another miss by Athens. And they're pushing it up. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Osman passes to Nunn. Chalk up 2 there. Give him 8 points now.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Inside, Jokubaitis. It doesn't go for him. Nunn with it. Give him 8 points now. Puts up a deep 3. Unable to get that one. Here's the break. Here's Lloyd. And the three off target. Got it off in time. Can't get it to drop. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. They're up by one. Don't go away. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Here's Osman. Still without a bucket. 5 to shoot. From outside, off the mark.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had for three.
And for Athens, to the left side wing. Out to the right wing. And they're on the break. Hey, here's Nunn for three. And the three-pointer goes. Nunn's got 11.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
This one for three. It's hauled in by Athens.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
The three is up. Missed it. 4 for 7 so far in this one. Out to the wing. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Just 5 to shoot. Off the mark there with a three. Here's Osman. Yet to see a basket. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Beyond the arc. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
And your 7 gets it to go.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. For three, counted from distance.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Athens trails by 4. Hey, here's Nunn for three. Rebounded by Gabriel. Right wing. Launches it. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. To the inside. Here's 7. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
Give him credit. Improving in the second quarter. Just great adjustments.
They set the pick. Takes a three. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. Athens trails by 4. Pass to Nunn. From deep three-point land. He can't get that one to fall.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
And they're running. The three-pointer off the mark. the left wing. Off target from three-point range. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one. 17 seconds left in the first half.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. They lead by a bucket. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Pass to Osman. Puts up a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
And for Athens,
once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And Athens calls time here. Back half of February, the power rankings tell a pretty complete story of the season so far. They're having a little bit of trouble right now, hanging in the middle of the league.
Checking out Athens, they've surprised a lot of people this season. It's why this squad plays with such a chip on their shoulder and has proven many wrong.
And for Athens, pass to Horde. Here's Randolph. Here's Horde. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Just 4 to shoot. Can't hit from the elbow. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Brown passes to Graham. Launches a 3. And another miss by Athens. To the middle. Here's Lloyd. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Lloyd's gotten 4 this quarter.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Outside, Brown. And here's Grant from the arc. Randolph grabs the miss.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Here's Horde. Jokic, defended by Brown. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. The first one falls.
At the line for 2, number 4.
And that's good as he hits both shots. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. On the wing, Grant lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by Grant.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
To the paint. There's the steal. Here's the break.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
To win the run. The rebound by Horde.
can't get anything to go this period. Seems like he's hit a wall.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the third. Tipped away. Shot clock at 6. Jokic fires in the triple.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And there's a pick. Down low. They shoot again. No good on the layup.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Here's Randolph. Fires for 3. Randolph. The putback is no good. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Athens. Trailing by 10. Here's Hernan Gomez. Second shot opportunity. And it's in there.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
It's hauled in by Athens. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I'd go for it.
Pass to Horde. Let's go with a 3. On target from range. Horde's got his second bucket on the night.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3. Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. There's 25 seconds left in the third. Jokic, defended by Brown. And stolen by Brown. Grant, the pass to Hernan Gomez. The layup off target. The third quarter comes to a close. Up 9. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And for Athens, Brown no good. He's covered by Grant. No good on the triple.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
That one drops for him.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
Fires the 3. Buries it from 3.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
To the middle. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
To the right side. Grant with a steal. And here they come. Off target at the rim.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Out left to the wing. He's covered by Grant. Pass to Gabriel. Off target with the 3. Athens trails by 8. Going inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Defended by Brown. Here's Gabriel to the wing on the left. sends it home from three-point land.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Grant outside. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here he goes. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so. There's a screen. Rebounded by Gabriel. Gabriel's got his 4th rebound in this one. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now.
2 minutes.
Drills it from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
It's hauled in by Athens. Here's the break. Here's Grant. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Grant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Nobody there to contest the finish. That's why you want to get the ball up quickly.
To the left side wing. Pass to Gabriel. Defended by Brown. Here's Gabriel. To the wing, right side. No good from outside. On offense, here is Athens. 9-point game. Outside, Brown. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Gabriel. Lets it fly. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. And so it's Athens with it. From deep. Unable to get that one. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Fires from way outside. It's rebounded by Grant.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. It's Athens facing the home team. A look at the starting group for Athens. We've got Yurtsevin, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3, the small forward. And that one's good. Osman.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Pass to Smilagic. Clock at 4. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Now Hernan Gomez. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Fires the 3. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. To the middle, stolen by none. And here is Yurtsevin. There's Slukas. Athens moving the ball around. Goes back up. Yurtsevin, no good.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Out of bounds, Athens takes possession. And now a chance to honor a player who has been on fire recently. His play has earned him Player of the Week in the West.
He's been absolutely electric for his team. The way he's been able to finish plays and just take a hold of the offense at that off-guard spot is more than deserving of recognition.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Smilagic misses. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. To the paint, here's Yurtsevin. No good with the layup. They set the screen. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Slukas passes to Osman. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Shoots. Athens with another miss. Here's Brazdakis. Defended by none. And the basket by Smilagic.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Bucket is good. Smilagic has got 5 points so far.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
You really don't want to allow him to get too comfortable, but even with stifling defense, he's going to still find a way to get it in the basket.
They swipe it. Yurtsevin with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the shot goes in.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Down low, here's Osman. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Pass to Smilagic. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Fires away from outside. Another shot. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Athens.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
First quarter wrapping up here, and Clark, it's a tie ball game. And we'll return shortly. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Taking a look at Athens. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Athens.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Now here's Brown. And taken away by Wallace. And they're on the break. Vukevicius. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And he's good on the second. And so Brown will bring it up for Athens. Trailing by two. Inside. Score the basket, his second of two attempts.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Shots good by Servetus.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
There's a good screen. Takes the three. The shot, no good.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Good on the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Brown. Launches it. Athens gets it back in a new 14. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 6.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Wallace up on top. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
To the middle. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Athens shooting their first free throws of this game.
Shooting for Athens, number 26.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. He hits the second from the line. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. There's the drive. And taken away by Brown. Wallace covering. Nails the baby hook.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Missed inside.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And Down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And taken away by Wallace.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
Second team foul.
.124 left to play here in the second quarter. On the wing, Wallace. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Wallace has got 5 points now this quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Brown outside. There's the three. Drills it from outside.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Servidis passes to Wallace. Here's Servidis. This one for three. Misses that one. His first miss of the night. 2 for 3. From deep three-point land. Kept alive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clearly.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
The play will be reviewed. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Stands.
Original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And he makes the first.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second. And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
The shot comes out.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Second chance shot. Can't capitalize inside. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Up by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Acclimating to the league is not that easy. These guys are already accepting the challenges and the rigors of the NBA, and they're crushing it.
Chucking up all those threes is clearly not working for them. They need to balance their attack.
Yeah, you want to put your players in a position to succeed, and I don't see that.
That is more than enough of us. Let's sit.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pass to Brosdakis. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Brosdakis has got his first points in this one. And for Athens, we've got Yurtseven, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3 slot. And it's Osman missing.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Pass to Smilagic. Here's Brazdeikis. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Smilagic. Goes back up. And good that time. 6 points for him.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Here's Osman. Rebounded by Smilagic. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. With the drive. The three. Cans it from downtown.
You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
Here's Lucas. Here's Yurtsevin. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And here we go. To the inside. Brazdeikis. And the shot goes down. Brazdeikis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract lengths. Commissioner Silver says, we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. Yurtsevin kicks to Hernan Gomez. 1:56 left to play in the third. Here's Osman. They get the rebound. Shot's good by Hernan Gomez.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
Pass to Smilagic. Off target from outside.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Rebounded by Smilagic. That one drops for him.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
1:04 left in the third. Lucas passes to Hernan Gomez. Launches it from deep. Out to the right wing. Here's Yurtsevin. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. An even 3-on-3 break. Puts up a deep three. Another shot. Pass to Smilagic. Out of bounds. Athens takes possession.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
Athens trails by 10. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lucas passes to Osman. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Just 4 to shoot from deep three-point land. He can't get it to go. Baseline jumper. The second chance effort. And Brazdeikis gets it to go. Zalgiris has got 6.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And for Athens, we've got Yurtsevin, and it's Osman in at the 4 spot.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And the first one at the line is good, and it's a completely new group for Athens. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Athens trails by 14. Brown outside. Fires from deep. They get it again. Clock at 6. Athens needs to get a shot off. It's good.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Wallace dishes to Mitchell. Vukevicius, and he uses the glass on the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
There's the triple. Pass to Brown.
Whole team foul. Medic. 3rd personal foul. 1st team foul.
On defense, the home team. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. He reminded his team, we're up. All the pressure is on them. Let's just keep playing our game. Makes sense because they've got a nice lead late in this game. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. That free throw missing. Clark, the NBA has seen some iconic personal rivalries over the years. And I'm sure you remember most of them.
Yeah, I do, even those that I wasn't part of as a young basketball player growing up in Cleveland watching. But I read a lot about them, Wilt and Bill Russell, the Celtics and the Lakers and all of those great teams. Obviously, high school graduate of 1979, the Bird and Magic rivalry, easy answer for anybody around my age. And then you think about Isaiah Thomas, who was in my high school class, and then Michael Jordan. Those Pistons-Bulls rivalries were pretty intense and must-watch TV. So there have been a lot over the years.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Athens trails by 19. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Six on the shot clock. They need this, and he makes that one.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Wow.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's the screen. No good on the three. Brown's gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. Pass to Servetus. From the arc. That shot off the mark. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer. He can't hit that time.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
A three-pointer is right on target. There's 48 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
Off the inbound pass. They set the pick. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
There's Brown with the three. Rebound by Wallace. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Five on the clock. From deep three-point territory. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they...
Hello and welcome to Sunday night NBA action here on 2K Sports. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Horde. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Pass to Smilagic. Misses the layup. Here's Randolph. Here's Horde. Clock at 6. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Here's Smilagic. And off target. He starts the game 0 for 1. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Horde. Here's the 3. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Smilagic. He takes it in. Up and in on the layup.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Randolph. Here's Horde. He's got 5. Here's Lloyd, and they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. With the floater, and count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Count it.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Brasdeikis. First shot won't go.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
1:44 left to play in the first. They set the pick, and the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
And the layup is good off the glass.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Here's Smilagic. And the call over the back.
Sometimes it's just better to give up the rebound instead of fighting through the guy.
Yeah, that's a careless foul. Look, you like that he's being aggressive, but you also have to be disciplined.
Pass to Randolph. And 1:01 left now in the first quarter. Shot's good by Lloyd.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Lets the three fly. Tries again. Here's Brazdeikis. Pass to Smilagic. Just 5 on the clock. He gets it in there. Smilagic got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, well, passing it inside out is always a good idea. You can usually get your teammate a clean look.
23 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's Horde. Misses the three. From outside the arc. Sinks it from distance. Smilagic got 7. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Here's Servetus. On the take. And the layup falls.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
On Friday,
the upside of road trips, like the one they have scheduled, is you really get a chance to come together as a team. It's a great way to get closer with your squad and build trust among your teammates.
Now Wallace. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for the away team.
That free throw, no good.
2 shots.
Good on the second one. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. There's a screen. Pass to Servetus. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Yep, count it.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Wallace outside. Off with the layup. Out to the right wing. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. From downtown, knocks down the triple.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Driving to the basket, Servetus. A quick shot there. It's off target.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And there's the screen. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Going inside. Watch by Wallace. Wallace pulls it in.
Wow, missed opportunity from point-blank range. You've got to make those.
No good on the fast break pull-up. Inside. Over to the wing. Watch by Wallace. Tries the spin move. To the inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
The 3 is up. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
I love the way they're spacing the floor this quarter. Their three-point percentage has really gone up.
Pass to Gabriel. Jacks up a 3. Servidis with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Back to Wallace. Three-pointer. Doesn't go in. 2 for 4 in this game. Watch by Wallace. Pass to Gabriel. With the drive. And a nice finish on the layup. Gabriel's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Wallace, the pass to Servidis. Back to Wallace. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Up in time. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. They're up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drums. And that's very much.
Well, they've had the better season, but this game feels close.
More than a few analysts have predicted an up. And so thinking about the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the home team. And that's a wrap on.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Here's Lloyd. And he got the whistle on the way up. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
Lloyd taking 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
On the take. And he gets it to go. give him 8 points now.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Brazdeikis. No points so far. Pass to Smilagic. Three-pointer, no good.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
He drops it from range.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
To the middle. It's tipped. Fast break, here we go. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Takes it inside. He's off on the layup.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Lloyd. The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
They set the screen. Pass to Smilagic to stop the run. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Down low. Here's Horde. Fires the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Horde's got his third bucket of the night.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Pass to Smilagic. From the arc. That shot, no good.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
The putback controls the rebound and the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Here's Brazdeikis. Randolph grabs the miss.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
Here's Horde. Three-pointer off the mark. There's the three. Smilagic, no good. Boy, we're seeing inspired play out of them.
And that's certainly reflected in the score.
35 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Horde. There's the triple. Pure from three-point range. Horde's got 6 here in the quarter.
I just love the ball movement.
Here's Smilagic. In transition, here they come. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two guard.
showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, that's great decision making and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Into the lane, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Inside. And here comes the break. Here's Servetus. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
He buries it from three.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway, but that one was too easy.
Let's go with a three. It doesn't go for him. Wallace outside. To the wing, right side. Knocks down the long J.
Well, offensively, he's doing his best to keep them in this game, but they might need someone else to step up as well.
Watched by Wallace. Shot clock at 6. Driving in. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Number 8. Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
The three. Rebounded by Gabriel.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Wallace outside. Got it. Good job in the low post. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
That one falls.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Unloads from 13. That one's wide left.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
1:46 left to play in the fourth. Pass to Servetus. 5 on the clock. Tries yet again. From downtown. Rebounded by Gabriel.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Offline with a baseline jumper. Here's Wallace. Pass to Servetus. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the tray. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. Watch by Wallace. Here's Gabriel. Ooh, can't throw it down with one hand. fires away from way outside. Pass to Wallace. Launches it from deep. The shot that time not on target.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
The visiting club takes the win on the road.